Howdy, Space Cadets, and welcome back to Mission Control. My name is Justin Sines, your lead instructor for the week as we explore Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, and our neighbor here on Earth. Your mission, if you choose to accept, is to build and test your very own Mars rover. Just as NASA scientists had to test how well their rover would travel over Mars, your job is to test and build a rover and see how it's going to travel over the different surfaces in and around your house. So, let's get started. For this experiment, you will need cardboard, glue, rubber bands, paper clips, pencils, 2, a writing utensil, scissors, with the parent's permission, tape, a piece of paper, and a ruler. So let's get started. To get started, we're going to take a piece of cardboard paper. Now mine, I do not have a straight edge, and it's okay if you don't. We're going to make our straight edge. To make the chassis of our rover, it's best to be about 5 inches because we want it to be thinner than the width of our pencil. So 5 inches will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark off 5 inches on our perpendicular side. That's perfectly even. We're going to take that ruler, keeping it perfectly perpendicular. We're going to draw a line about 12 inches. Same thing over here, 12 inches. Then we'll come over here and draw a line across. So we should get a rectangle with straight sides on each side. Taking your scissors, with the parent's permission, we're going to cut those out. Just like this. Now this cardboard's a little flimsy. To give it a little bit more strength, to give our rover some strength, some stability, we want to do that twice. We're going to take 2 of them. This is going to be our chassis. So 5 by 12. To put them together, we can use some Elmer's glue, stick glue, white glue. If your parents have a hot glue gun with their permission, you can use a hot glue gun, spray glue. But using our stick glue or Elmer's glue, we want to put them together and then put a heavy book or some weight on it and let them dry for a few hours. Once they have dried, now they're a little bit stronger, we need to make a window on one end. To make that window, we're going to take our ruler, and I just guessed that 1 inch across, 1 inch across, and I kind of cut out this window here. And that's how we make our chassis. So at any point, you can go back in this video, rewind it, play back. That's how we make our chassis. So let's talk a little bit about how we make our wheels. We're going to take a piece of cardboard, and looking around your house, find something that is circle. Maybe it's a lid, a glass. I found a lid from a snack jar. Taking our writing utensil, we're going to trace around it, and we'll get a perfect circle. Using our scissors, again with parents' permission, we want to cut it out. And we're going to do this 4 times. We'll get 4 wheels. Now to find the center of our wheel, we can guess, but it would be better if we knew the exact center. Taking a piece of paper, we're going to take one of our wheels and we're going to trace around it. From there, we'll get an outline of our wheel. Using our scissors, we'll cut it out, and we should have a perfect circle. From there, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to fold that circle in half, then in a quarter, and we're going to snip off that little edge there. So now our circle, we know the center of where it's at. We're going to take it, put it on our tire, mark a circle, and now we know the center of each of our tires. Again, doing that 4 times. Taking a pencil or a pen, you're going to push it through there and you're going to actually make a hole. This is where your pencils will go through. So we'll get a hole. Again, doing that for all 4 tires. To construct our chassis, we're going to take a paper clip and we're going to unbend them a little bit. What we're going to do with our paper clips then is we're going to take a pencil and we're going to wrap that paper clip around our pencil, and we're going to get 2 wraps. 2 wraps, and we're going to do that 4 times. That's going to serve to keep our axles in place. Then we're going to take our 5th paper clip, we're going to unbend it, we're going to keep it straight. Then using our tape, we're going to take each of those axles And we're going to tape them on each side of our chassis. Then we're going to take our paper clip here, and we're going to bend it into an L, and we're going to insert it into our chassis on the end that's complete. Take a piece of tape, just so we can keep it kind of in there. Now we're going to take our pencils. Taking a tire, we're going to insert the tire on the pencil side first. We do not want to go through the eraser because the eraser side is a little bit larger diameter than our pencil, and our tires will not fit on as snug. And we're going to insert it into our wheelbase here. And we'll do the same on the other side. Taking another pencil side first, all the way to the eraser. Insert it in to our wheelbase. Now we have the body of our rover. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make the motor. The motor is going to be a series of rubber bands stringed together. To do that, we're going to take one of our rubber bands. Depending on your rubber bands, depends how many you will need. So we're going to take it, we're going to fish it through that paper clip, and we're going to loop it within itself. And that's going to be one. Then we're going to do it again. So we'll get, if I can get it, there we go. We will get 2, 3, and mine will need 4 of these rubber bands. And that's how we make our Mars rover. Test time! Now that we have built our rover, it's time to test it. Just as the Mars rover has a limited power supply based on its solar battery, our rover too has a limited supply of power based on our rubber band. To power our rubber band up, our rover up, we're going to take the rubber band and place it on the back axle, and we're going to wind it up around itself. Now for science, it is important that all our experiments are consistent. So we want to wrap our pencil the same way every time. For me, I'm going to use the second knot in my rubber band string, and once it gets to that window, I'm going to stop. When we go to test, we want to have a starting point, and we use the starting point every time. We're going to set it down and let go of that pencil. Our rover will move forward, and when it stops, we want to measure from the starting point to the front of those tires. We can use a measuring tape, but if a measuring tape is not available, we can use our feet and do a toe-to-toe method. This will be our own unit of measure, and we can use this for every experiment, every run. So your hypothesis for this week is which surface of your house in or around will work the best and will go the furthest with your rover. So a hypothesis is just our best guess of what we think our experiments are going to do. So make sure you come back to the campsite and report all your data to our Google form. So until next week, we will see you here for a new assignment. This is Justin Signs signing off.